class, and welcome back to Homeschool with Carly, and happy Thursday. Today we are going to make an origami craft, but not just any origami craft. We are going to make a climbing origami craft. So, to make this climbing origami craft, we need a couple of materials. First being a plain white piece of paper. Next, you will need a pair of scissors, some yarn or string, and some plain old tape. So, to start, you're going to grab that piece of paper and place it in front of you. Next, you're going to realize that whether you're using a long piece of paper like me or a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you're going to realize that it's not a square. And most origami crafts require you to work with a square. So to make a square, you're going to take one corner of your paper, pull it all the way down to make a big triangle, and make sure that at the very corner, you can make a perfect triangle, like so. Make sure that all the edges line up, smash it down so that you have something that looks like this, and cut off that excess bottom. Okay? Now, after you cut off the bottom portion of this piece of paper, we are going to open up this piece of paper and notice that there is a crease. Now, if you hold the paper like a diamond shape, you will notice there is a crease that goes this way. But we also want a crease that goes this way. So I'm going to flip it so that my line here is vertical, and we are going to bend the top portion of our paper all the way down so it meets this bottom piece, and then crease it along the top. Okay? Try to get it as perfect as you can, and then crease it like so. Okay? So now, I want you to hold your triangle so that the point is facing down. Okay? Then you'll notice that we have these corners right here. We are going to fold those in towards the bottom so that it meets the bottom of the paper. Okay? And you're going to do that on this side as well. Okay, as best as you can so you can make a perfect triangle. All right, next you're going to flip it upside down, all right, and you're going to notice that there's a lot of open pieces up here, not like this side, okay? So you're going to notice that there's this portion that's sort of floppy. You want it to flop, okay? So we're going to take one of those flops and put it downwards like so, okay? So that it goes at an angle. You don't want to put it like this. You want to put it sort of at an angle. And you're going to do the same for this side, okay? Make it as close to as even as the other side as you can, like so, okay? Then you're going to notice that at the top, there's two pieces of paper left. So you're going to take one top, and you're going to fold it down, okay? And try to make it as close to the center as possible, like so. And then you have another top, so I'm going to fold that down, okay? And I'm not folding it so it meets the bottom. I'm folding it just enough that there's a space, okay? So now we have this odd contraption. Let's turn it over and look at the back. So the back is really smooth and kind of reminds me of a diamond shape. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this end and we're going to fold it towards the center, okay? And you're going to notice that when you fold it towards the center, there is this nice flat portion right here. So you want that flat portion to meet your crease. And you're going to do the same on this side. Okay, and the flat portions will meet each other in the middle. Okay, so now you have a funky shape like so. All right, so you have this side and then you have this side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set this aside for a moment and we're going to grab some string. Okay, so I would say to grab a string double the size of your arm. So if I were to put this string in my hand and my thing like this, I'm going to put it all the way up to my shoulder, like so, and cut that. But as you can see, I have double the string, so then that's a really long piece of string, okay? So I'm going to cut that. And now I have this ginormous, extra long string, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to grab that cute little origami that you folded, and you're going to look at the back portion where we folded the ends in like so, okay? And you're going to grab that string and you're going to put it in between each of the sides, okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to have a loop at the top, right? And your string is just sitting in the center. Well, we are going to close those flaps with some tape. So I'm going to take this loop, fold it behind for a minute, and close these flaps so that each flap has its own string, right? So now we're going to tape these flaps closed. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just taping over this like this, if I were to just tape over it, the strings would move and get into each other's sides. But what I'm going to do is tape each flap. So I'm going to put a piece of tape on this flap that closes this side, so the string is stuck on this side of the flap. And then I'm going to take the string on this side and I'm going to close the flap and tape there, okay? So that each flap has its own string attached. So now this flap can't go into this side and this flap can't go into this side, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a picture on the other side. So on this side, you have the string hanging, right? But on this side, it's nice and smooth. So go ahead and grab a marker and draw some eyes right here. So I'm going to take this blue crayon and draw an eye on this side and an eye on this side, okay? And now you should have a loop at the top with a little froggy-like origami and the string hanging down at the bottom, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to grab a piece of tape, okay? And then you're going to take that tape and you're going to stick it onto the string and tape it to the wall, okay? So I have my nice smooth wall back here. And I'm going to tape the string directly to the wall so that my loop is up here, all right? Now I'm going to pull my frog down the string like so, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two strings at the end and pull on one side and the other and walk the frog up the wall. How cool is that? Well, I hope you enjoyed your really fun walking origami craft, and I will see all of you on Exercise Friday. Bye!